cannot wait to see what she's going to pull out. She's a racer. We have Alexa Leary. She's a world record holder in the S9 100 freestyle, and she is back. Of course, King Kyle in his home stadium. A PB in the 50 last night. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do in the 100. And Lani Pallister in the form of her life. She, I believe, will be pulling out a wonderful 800 freestyle tonight.
All-star lineup and all that action coming your way. Exclusive live and free right here on Nine's Whitewater Sports.
I think she's about to set this pool on fire.
Good on you. Thank you, Kate and Arnie. You've set the scene beautifully as we hand it over to Gian Rooney and Matthew Thompson for the first race of a jam-packed schedule tonight, Matthew.
It is indeed, James. Thanks very much for that. A parade of stars on show tonight, but as we've already pointed out, the biggest of them is about to swim in the 200 backstroke. The great...
Take your marks.
The Olympic champ, the world champ, and the world record holder is underway in lane 4. And comes up pretty much half a body length ahead of the rest of the field already.
As always, her start is exceptional, reaction time is exceptional, underwater is exceptional, and a lead is produced straight away. So keep your eye on Hannah Fredericks in lane 5. As we said before, second behind Molly and Kaylee in both the 50 backstroke and the 100 backstroke this week. So without Molly in this event, she's really looking to cement this second spot behind Kaylee. If she can get herself onto this team, very, very exciting times for her, but she's got to learn how to pace as well. And we know with Kaylee being so far ahead of this field in terms of personal best time, in terms of experience, it really is a chance for these other girls around her to make sure that they keep an eye on where Kaylee is, but they also swim their own race.
That's quite the 100 metres from Katie McEwen, opening up a commanding lead already. She's only narrowly underneath her own world record time.
So when we said she was going to give it a crack, she's 5 100ths of a second under her own world record pace. Looking so incredibly comfortable out in front. Stroke looks brilliant. You can see the world record line just pulling away now. The second line behind her is the qualifying timeline, which won't be an issue at all.
So Hannah Fredericks is second at the moment, and she seems to be ahead of that qualifying time. So whoever finishes second and beats the line gets the second individual swim. But this is quite remarkable, as we've come to expect from this absolute champion, Kaylee McEwen. With 25 metres to swim, is out by 2.5, nearly 3 body lengths. The race for second place is on. It's Hannah Fredericks and Jenna Forrester finishing strongly. Kaylee goes in to touch the wall. Another win for her.
Great
now,
time.
Hannah, she's going to beat the line, and she's qualified for Singapore as well. After a couple of third places, as Gian points out, she finally nails an individual swim.
Kaylee, 3 from 3, 3 tickets punched. You've been tough on yourself this week. Tell me you're happy with that swim.
Look, there's a lot of work that I've got to do. Got about 6 weeks to try and pull something together for the world stage, so hopefully I can manage that.
Well, you definitely managed that, but I am going to bring in Hannah, a newly minted Australian Dolphin.
Oh, this is always going to make me sad if I ever got this.
You got this. You got this, girl. Tell me what this means to you.
Oh, it means the world, to be honest. Last year I was pretty close to making the team, and I just missed it. I have to say it was really hard, but I just wanted to say 2 big thank yous so that I don't forget. First, my mum and dad. I'm horrible in racing with seeing them. I'm so horrible. I just lock in. I don't like to talk much about swimming, and bless their souls, they want to talk to me about it, which I completely understand. But thank you. I don't know where they are, but love you guys. And the second one is Dean, and this is the one that makes me cry the most, because this time 2 years ago was the last time I swam in this pool, and I was probably at a time that probably would never make a team ever. And Dean took me under his wing. He believed in me, and I honestly, I can't thank him enough. Like, coaches dedicate everything to this sport and to us, and he's had a tough bloody 6 months, and like, I really just owe him the world, to be honest. Like, I absolutely adore that man. But yeah, sorry, I won't shut up otherwise.
No, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see how much it means to you. Kaylee, I might bring you back in. You're a veteran on this team now. What does it mean to see someone like Hannah so emotional about joining this Dolphins team?
I've been racing alongside Hannah for the longest time, and you know, when you have friends that you race and they don't do what they want to do in a race, it is really tough. You take it on board yourself. So, you know, as I wasn't happy with my swim tonight, I look across and she's in tears. So it makes me happy to see someone fulfill their dreams.
Well, you make us very happy, ladies. Congratulations on the plane to Singapore.
And no doubt she is completely elated by securing a maiden place on a Dolphins team for the Singapore World Champs. We head to our next event. It's the men's 200 metres individual medley. Australia has won just 2 medals at a World Champ in this event, and one of them is a silver to Ian Thorpe. Welcome.
Evening, how are you, mate?
Going well. Good to see you.
That was back in 2003.
Not that long ago.
That long ago, wow. I can still remember it just.
Men's 200 IM. David Schlicht made a good start there in lane 5. One of the veterans competing this week, if you will.
Yes, David Schlicht, PB of 2 minutes, 0.13 seconds. Will not only be looking at breaking the 2-minute barrier, but trying to get down to that qualifying time of 1:59.05, as Gian mentioned.
He led the race from Petrick and Seabom Lee after 50 metres. The transition into backstroke now.
Seabom Lee having a good race in lane 2. He's a strong backstroker, so just cruised through that butterfly leg and really had a great butterfly to backstroke turn. He's moving up to challenge for a bit of a lead.
I like Schlicht's backstroke here as he comes in, kind of narrows in on the field, touch in second.
One we've also got to keep an eye on is Brendan Smith. Brendan Smith, that last 50, his freestyle leg is extraordinary, and he has the ability to swim over the top of athletes in that final 50. But Will Petrick is a great breaststroker, so expect him to lift the pace a little bit here. David Schlicht doing a great job next to him, maintaining that speed and keeping him honest.
Nothing between lanes 4 and 5. It's Schlicht narrowly, and Seabom Lee at the top of the pool has made up a lot of ground here. He's going to find himself close enough to our leading 2 swimmers as they turn with 50 metres to go. Brendan Smith needs his big back end here if he's to feature.
Great turn by David Schlicht.
So it's Schlicht from Petrick.
This could be an upset here. Will Petrick expected to win this event?
He's digging in late, Will. The blue line's creeping up on both of them. Petrick and Schlicht, stroke for stroke. Schlicht narrowly ahead. He's going to do enough to hang on the wall. Oh, Petrick. Actually, we've got another issue with the touchpad.
I believe that's the touchpad.
Yeah. If Schlicht got there, looking at it in real time, he reached out and was touching the wall first, so it's another issue with a soft touch, which we've been experiencing the last couple of days. Okay.
Thanks. Will, I'm going to start with you. Congratulations. Booked your spot on the plane to Singapore. Relieved?
Very relieved. The job is done. So, yeah, it was a good swim, and we had a good race with David, and we had to wait a little bit for his result, but I was a winner for about 2 minutes, and then ended up being second place. But yeah, it was a good race.
What did you think when you turned and looked at the board? Did you think that you'd got there, or did you think that Davey had touched you out?
I think I had a little feeling that David beat me to the wall there, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring the man in question into the equation. David, mate, congratulations. Your first Australian Dolphins long course team.
I know, thank you. It's been a long time coming. I made my first team 7 years ago, and it's nice I can finally get on the long course one.
Now, you have had a different route to becoming a Dolphin. You spent a lot of time over in the US training over there and studying over there. What did you learn from your time over there that you have brought back to Australia?
I think just racing under any circumstance. My group at ASU was phenomenal, and being able to learn from Leon and Chase and everyone out there was just incredible. Just racing day in, day out, even when you don't really want to do it.
Now we know that all athletes have a great support system behind them. Is there anyone that you would like to dedicate this race to?
Probably my dad. I lost him late last year. So I know he would have been stoked to see that. And yeah, I'm really happy to do that. And my mum as well. She's in there up there somewhere, but she's really been holding down the fort since that and allowing me to just focus on swimming, and she's dealing with all the stress outside of that. So shout out to her. She's really the GOAT.
Well, we think you are the GOAT. Congratulations, both of you, on the plane to Singapore.
Oh, I love it. High fives all round. Well done, David. Well done, William. Booking their spots in the 200 IM for men at the Singapore World Championships a little later this year. The 100 freestyle multi-class for women, and to take you through all the action, Ellie Cole and Brenton Speed.
Thank you, Brace. Yes, stars everywhere you look. Not just Alexa Leary in lane number 4, but also Rachel Watson in lane number 8 has already taken care of business earlier today. Ellie Cole by achieving her qualifying time very comfortably.
As long as one part of her body is touching the wall, it is still an eligible start. Just takes a little bit of finessing to get into position in lane 8 for Rachel Watson. Alexa Leary's nominated person approaching the block just to help her stabilise.
Take your marks.
Really fast start from Alexa Leary. Off the blocks very nicely indeed in the final of the 100 metres freestyle multi-class. Chloe Osborne, lane number 1, Wilson in 2, Storm in 3, Alexa Leary showing out in front by half a body length already in lane 4. In lane 5, it's Maddie McTurnan. In 6, Beecroft, Philando Nicholson in 7, and Watson in lane number 8.
So being very comfortable heading into this first turn at the 50-metre mark. She's splitting in 28.20, which is ahead of her world record split.
By about a quarter of a second.
She is on fire. She is not holding anything back for Singapore.
Stand by for the world record line to be within touching distance. There it is. Can Alexa Leary hunt it down? Going with her in lane 5, Maddie McTurnan in the S14 classification. Now Lex winds up. The 23-year-old Queenslander who continues to prove anything is possible. No world record, but look at the time, 59.54, another qualifying time. Philando Nicholson, can she get it done? Her time, 105.35. It's just outside again.
Not quite enough there for Philando Nicholson to swim herself onto the Australian Dolphin swim team. She only started competitive swimming in 2023. She's come a long way since then, but there is Alexa Leary flirting with the world record line. Looks pretty happy with that swim there.
And here comes Rachel Watson, and she'll stop the clock in 134.54. Another convincing qualifying time for her. She'll go for gold again in Singapore, the 2-time Paralympic gold medalist in the S4 50 metres freestyle.
Well, Lex, I know you said you wanted to save that world record until Singapore, and you're building suspense every time you swim just off it tonight.
Just off it. I mean, I haven't even seen what the time was yet, so I can't even say anything.
I can tell you were 999 points. So
wow.
Incredibly fast, and we were watching that world record line the whole way through. But you must be feeling so good at the moment.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's like I'm doing a lot of work with my coach, John Bell. Amazing coach. Look how far he's got me, like amazing.
Talk about the rise. I mean, sometimes it's hard for athletes to come back from their first Paralympics and find that motivation to get back in the water. You didn't have that at all, did you?
I just can't hold back. I've just got to let go. I've got to get the guns out and go for it. I can't stop myself.
Well, you have already said that we need to be on world record watch for both the 50 and the 100 maybe in Singapore. So is that still the game plan?
100%. My tanks will be going. I'll be going.
We know that you don't do anything differently. And once again, the joy that you bring coming out onto pool deck, having a dance, big smile on your face. This is so much fun for you, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely love it. It's so inspiring. It's amazing.
You are so incredibly inspiring. And another lady who is incredibly inspiring, Rachel, congratulations. Qualifying time this morning, qualifying time tonight.
Thank you.
How did you feel out there this morning? Because I know that you were after that qualifying time. Was the pressure off knowing that you'd done it this morning?
Yeah, definitely. I was just trying to go a bit quicker, and it's always hard backing up, but that's the focus between now and Worlds, is just trying to do a good final, because that's where you get the medal.
Absolutely, and like I was just saying to Lex, coming off Paris last year, has it been hard getting back into it, or is it, nope, I'm straight away, I've got world champs?
Yeah, no, I'm hungrier than ever. When you get bronze, you definitely want to get a better colour next time. So, yeah, I'm pretty keen.
Well, congratulations, Rachel. Congratulations, Lex. We'll see you in Singapore. Well done.
Thank you, Brace. Yes, 7 of the 8 men who feature in this final have already booked their spot to Singapore. The only one who's not yet on the plane is Darren Sisman, who might be able to put his name in front of the selectors for relay swims in the S14 classification with what he does here in this final. The throwback to the mean machine, Rowan Crothers, the gentle giant.
He was fast this morning. He swam at 52.2, but he's hoping for a 51 mid tonight.
Gallagher got the better of the starts in the men's 100 metres freestyle multi-class. Crothers now up and stroking, and in front in the pool, it's Alex Tuckfield who's having a wonderful meet in lane number 6.
Our middle 3 lanes are all S10 athletes. These are for athletes with the least severe physical impairment eligible for Paralympic swimming. It includes the loss of one hand or significant restriction in one movement of the hip joint. But it's Rowan Crothers first onto the wall in 24.96.
So can he get it under 49 seconds? That has been his target. Look at the gap he's opening up here by half a body length or more. Jack Island challenging him in lane number 3, and Gallagher not far away as well. Declan Budd going along nicely in lane number 2. Crothers looking to finish it off here. He'll be outside 49. He'll touch the wall in 51.76. Qualifying times for Crothers, Gallagher and Tuckfield, and Callum Simpson, he gets 1-2.
51.76. Firing shots, Rowan Crothers, not too far outside of his personal best time there. He did want to swim a 51 mid, but he mentioned to me this afternoon that he took the pedal off the gas in that last 25 metres this morning, and we really saw him storm home this evening.
I mean, it's been a big preparation. You moved your life down to Adelaide from Brisbane. How has it been? Are you missing your family?
Yeah, it's really great in this move down south. I do miss Mum and Dad back in Brizzy, but to me, I don't think home is about the place you are as much as the people you're surrounded by. And I've got this amazing team here at Sassy, got some lovely friends down here, and I've just been welcomed into the whole Adelaide community with open arms. Like, you look at this crowd here tonight, it's a full house. It's incredible to see so many people not just getting around swimming, but getting around disability sport as well with us guys, and having everyone here support us all the way. Like, it means the world.
Absolutely. Congratulations on a great swim tonight, and this morning with qualifying time as well. I'll go over to you. Okay, it's been a big one for you. You weren't even sure you were going to actually swim at this event, is that right?
Yeah, the original plan, because I had a knee reco at the end of last season, so we're going to take the year off and kind of get that right correctly. But if you know me, I love racing at the end of the day and training hard, so I did all the processes correct with a lot of help from my team around me, which I appreciate always. And yeah, I'm here racing and loving every second of it.
And joining Dean Boxall's squad, Ben, how's that going?
Yeah, it's going great. It's an amazing program. I get to train with the best in the world, and a fair bit more Ks than I'm used to, but it's definitely going to pay off when it needs to. And couldn't ask for a better program, couldn't ask for a better coach, and the support system around is amazing.
Well, we're so great to have you, and you're going to Singapore. Well done, Ben, to you. Alex, over to you. Missing the Paris Paralympic team. It's been a tough year. Tell us about how much this means to you now to book a spot to Singapore.
I've not been on a team since Tokyo. I've been itching for it. The only reason I'm standing here right now talking to you is because I have the most amazing family, the best coach in the world, most amazing friends right up there. I see them. And yeah, I have the best network around me, constantly supporting me, making sure I can be the best person I want to be. And yeah, bring on Singapore, I'm ready.
You've always had an incredible mindset. We're so proud of you. Enjoy Singapore. And finally to you, Callum, gold medal in Paris. What does it mean to you to be able to continue that dominance in this event?
Definitely a lot of pride to be a part of a team this great and have the support of my family, friends, and the support staff from QAS and my coach Chris Wright. he's incredible.
Oh, congratulations to all of you. Well done. Enjoy Singapore. We will see you there.
Yes, the women's 200 fly. Lizzie Deckers coming out of lane 4 here. And Lizzie, of course, our 4th place swimmer in this event at the Paris Games. Abby Connor also lining up for Australia in Paris.
Take your marks.
She was one of the eye-catching swims of the morning session, Lizzie Deckers.
She's as tough as nails in training, Lizzie Deckers, so expect a show from her tonight. But leading it out is Brittany Castelluzzo. Had a great start, great reaction time off the blocks, good underwater. It looks like she'll lead them through this first 50.
Powerful start from Castelluzzo. Leading the way from Abby Connor, Bella Grant, then Lucy Drigg over in lane 2. Lizzie Deckers was 5th there, but very little separating the field.
So you can see that at the moment the ladies are all swimming off each other. There's no one willing to make too much of a move. We're starting to see Bella Grant slightly increase her stroke rate and just pull away ever so slightly, but Britt's not letting her get too far away. Abby Connor has also made a move in that last of the second 50.
So all the action is in the centre of the pool. Castelluzzo still leading. Here comes Deckers in lane 4, making a move now. Bella Grant next to her in lane 3, right in the equation as well.
You'll notice that Lizzie Deckers is the only one with almost a 1-beat fly kick. All the other girls have a 2-beat fly kick, which gives them extra power. It's all off her arms for Lizzie Deckers. We've got 4 of them underneath the qualifying time at this point. What happens in this final 50? Remember, only 2 spots up for grabs.
Wow, what a race this is. An epic tussle for spots on the plane to Singapore. The qualifying time, remember, 2:09.21. There's less than half a body length separating them all, and they're all in front of the line. So the first 2 on the wall are going to be off to Singapore. It's Castelluzzo leading from Connor. Deckers is starting to get into a work rate in the piece. Castelluzzo, Connor, and Deckers. I think Castelluzzo's going to win. Second lady Connor. Lizzie Deckers has missed out. What a great swim from Castelluzzo. She took it out hard and held on. What an epic finish that was.
Wow, what a race. We've got Brittany Castelluzzo's family going bonkers next to us.
What does it mean to put together a performance like that in front of a home crowd?
Yeah, it means a lot. I got a couple friends and family somewhere around there. Yeah, up there somewhere. So yeah, it means a lot that they can all come watch me, and the support from the home crowd is really nice. Yeah.
Now you qualified for your first, just a few friends and family. You qualified for your first senior team at the short course championships last year. What does it mean to continue that and make your first long course team?
Yeah, the long course teams are usually a little bit harder to make, a lot more competitive. So yeah, it means a lot that I can finally actually break into that long course team and be with the best of the best in the world.
Now, I was chatting to some of your squad mates and I asked them what I should ask you. And what's this I hear that if you weren't going to make it as a swimmer, you were going to be a Sims simulator? You love playing The Sims, is that right?
I got a friend in my squad called Harry, who's a big fat liar, so we don't listen to Harry, but let's just say no comment to that.
Okay, well, I think your swimming career is working out just fine. Abby, I'm going to bring you in. That was such a gutsy swim tonight.
Thank you. It's been a bit hard this year. A few things going on, obviously, since post-Olympics. And battling with a bit of illness is always difficult. But, just grateful to get the job done tonight.
Talk to me a little bit about those challenges coming off an Olympic Games and then re-motivating yourself. You've also had a change of coach.
Yeah, post-Olympics was, I definitely got told it can be quite a ride. So I definitely rode that one. yeah, the change of coach has been great. Sage is an awesome coach, so yeah, couldn't be happier.
Well, Britt, we know that you have a few friends, but Ellie is in the stands with your family.
Hi, Britt. I'm really looking forward to this because I'm actually in the grandstands with the Castelluzzo clan. There is 9 of us sitting up here, and I'm sitting with your mum, Lisa, who is incredibly proud. I'm sure you have some words to say.
Oh, it's just been a long time coming, and we're so proud of you, Britt. And it's just so lovely that she's been able to stay in her home state and represent South Australia on the big stage.
I think we need to hear a big round of applause from the South Australians here. Now, Britt has certainly been on our radar for quite some time, has just missed 2 teams in the past, now has swam herself onto an Australian Dolphins team. I think we have heard tonight just how important the support of the family is, and the mums and dads who have to be there by their side of their daughter or son through all of the heartbreak, but also riding the highs. So what's that been like for you to ride that journey with her?
We've just had to get on with it. Life goes on, the sun comes up in the morning, and we go to work, she goes to uni, and she swims. And that's how we've dealt with it as best we can.
I think that mentality really does shine through in a lot of our dolphin swimmers, though, when those heartbreaking swims happen, to just get back up on the blocks and go again. Now, we have a lot of members of the family here.
The swimming club.
Oh, the whole swimming club is here, so I think we may need to hire a Boeing 737 to get this whole support crew over to Singapore, but will you be heading over there?
We hadn't even talked about it. We were too scared to look at flights. We were too scared to aim for tickets. We just, one day at a time.
We're all looking forward to watching Britt compete on the world stage for the first time. Welcome to the Dolphins family. Brace, back to you.
Yes, well done, Britt Castelluzzo, with sensational win prevailing right at the death in a dogfight.
Thank you, Brace. Yes, the pressure on a couple of athletes in the centre lanes here. Paige Leonhardt and Kira Stevens so close to the qualifying times this morning, but they still need to nail it tonight, Ellie.
Pressure is an understatement, Speedy. We have Paige Leonhardt in lane 4 and Kira Stevens in lane 5, both extremely close to that qualifying time. This is the
Switch of clubs to represent Southport Olympic Swim Club now. Away we go in the women's 100 metres breaststroke multi-class final. Jordan Berryman in 1, Jenna Jones in 2, Ruby Storm in 3, and then Leonhardt alongside Stevens in the centre lanes. Stephanie Brazisi in 6, Atkinson in 7, and Springett Kelly in lane number 8.
Keep our eye on lane 4 and lane 5. These are the 2 athletes that are really vying for qualifying times, and as they approach the last 15 metres of their first 50, they're going to need to be splitting at around about a 36.0 if they want to hit that qualifying time or under.
And it is Leonhardt taking them out, and well and truly under that mark that Ellie Cole was establishing. Stevens was 1.15 seconds behind Leonhardt, and that's the kind of split that she was after as well. Now you have to bring it home in the back end.
Stevens looking like she's in a little bit of trouble here. We know she's been battling with a shoulder injury and a knee injury. However, she is going to really need to bring it home if she wants to swim underneath that qualifying time of 1:18.42. The qualifying time for Paige Leonhardt, 1:18.00.
Stevens is taking water off Leonhardt right now. So 1:18 flat is what Leonhardt needs to beat. And a similar time for Stevens. Leonhardt looks pretty safe, doesn't she? She hits the wall. 1:17.61 qualifying time for Leonhardt. And Stevens just misses out.
Just misses out. So Kira Stevens swimming a 1:18.61. She needed a 1:18.42. The selectors still may consider her for a position on our para swim team based on a relay position. But Paige Leonhardt, a dominating swim from start to finish, enough to secure that qualifying time and get her seat to Singapore.
But there was stress coming into this event tonight, wasn't there?
Yeah, this is only my 2nd meet of the year, so a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, but I've just fought through injury and illness, so I'm really proud of myself. I knew it was going to be a fight tonight, but I just dug deep and yeah, I got the job done.
Talk to us about, because after Paris you have had a horror run with injuries, changed clubs as well, so there's been a lot going on, hasn't there?
Yeah, I've had 2 bone stress injuries in the span of 18 months, so not good, but I mean, we all face adversity and challenges outside of the pool. So I'm just glad I came here tonight and got the QT.
We are too. We can't wait to see you in Singapore. Congratulations, Paige.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And lane number 4 is the major focus here. Jake Mickle. Can he swim under 64 seconds for the first time ever tonight?
Our gentle giant just off the back of an Australian record this morning.
2 metres of Jake Mickle.
Take your marks.
Away in the final of the men's 100 metres breaststroke multi-class. Andrew Callum in lane number 1 alongside the superstar Tim Hodge in 2. Bo Matthews, the 16-year-old, in lane 3. Then it's Mickle showing out in lane number 4 alongside Ricky Beater, is off to a flying start as well in 5. Riley Moore in 6, Samuel Gould in 7, and Luke Holder in lane number 8.
Very strong start from Jake Mickle, popping just up after the 15-metre mark as he comes into his first 50 here. We want to see him around about a 29.7. 29.50 off the turn for Jake Mickle, which is faster than his Paris 2024 split, faster than his split this morning in which he swam a personal best time.
Look how high he gets out of the water. Jake Mickle and his coach is counting him through, trying to maintain that rhythm and break 64 seconds for the first time.
If he can hold this speed, hold this pace, I'm pretty confident that Jake Mickle can sub a 104. Just needs to keep that stroke together, stay nice and long, get onto his catch and time that finish well.
Oh, this is special. What a swim. 103.74 qualifying time and under 64 seconds for the first time. Another national record for Jake Mickle.
Didn't just creep under that 104. He exploded under the 104. 103.7. Gosh, he's got to be happy with that one.
Qualifying time PB, Australian record, under 104 for the first time tonight. Congratulations.
Finally. Oh, it's been a good journey. Obviously, I'm backing up Paris. And yeah, I can't talk. But yeah, the training's been really good, this prep. Can't do anything without Brian. He's been really good, especially family at home. Their support, but yeah, they executed perfectly. So
sometimes it's hard to come off the high of a Paralympic Games. How have you found after Paris and leading it? Obviously, you're doing something very right.
Yeah, I mean, it's driven me. Yeah, it's given me the motivation and the discipline to push on. Obviously, it's a bit of a drop off. Like Tokyo, I had a bit to try to get back into shape again, but Paris has been a really good motivator. And yeah, just executed training and bounced back. So yeah.
Well, we can't see you as the Australian record holder in Singapore. Congratulations, Jake.
Thank you, everyone.
You two couldn't have set it up any better as we headed over to Matthew Thompson for the men's 100 free fall.
If that doesn't get you pumped up, brace, then nothing will. A great rev up there by Kate Campbell.
Take your marks.
The world champ from 2023 in the water. Made a good start too, Kyle.
It was great underwater, a little slow off the blocks, but not unexpected from Kyle.
She's right at the front of the field here. This is not what we're used to seeing from Chalmers. Normally someone who likes to stalk the speed and come from the back. But Kyle's going to go close enough to leading them through after 50 metres.
Okay, so goes through 0.45 outside that world record. Now that world record will slip away here. It's a very fast last 50, but Kyle's building up.
And Jamie Jack swimming a bold race too out in lane 8. Chalmers leading. Jamie Jack not too far away. Flynn Southam there as well. But Kyle's too slick. He's going to swim away and win in front of his home fans because this is Kyle's house. 47.29, he wasn't too far away from the national record there. Flynn Southam in second position's also qualified.
It's great to see from Flynn Southam to have that opportunity to swim this as well. 47.29, again, is consistently around that 47 low mark, and that's what you want to do out of season so that when it comes to the competitions that count, you're ready to make the drop to where you need to be to win the race. Great underwater work there we see from Kyle Chalmers. Had stability through his hips as he goes over screen, comes into the turn. Oh, great execution from the wall. The trajectory going down gave him the right angle to be able to come up. He's slightly fatigued coming into the end of this race. This is what needs to be worked on. Just being able to get through the entire 100 metres with the kind of form and efficiency that he's showing earlier in the race.
So he owns the best time swum in this since Paris, 47.27. He's not far away from it there.
What's been interesting of the Australian top 10 times, Kyle has 5 of them. That will make it 6. The other 3, Eamon Sullivan, 2 of those were world records at the time. The top time, though, still is Cam McAvoy.
There you
but
have it.
only one of them.
He's won the 9th fastest time by an Australian in this event. Kate Campbell is with him.
I am down here with King Kyle. Kyle, fastest time this season, doing it in front of a home crowd. What does this mean?
I think it might be a little bit slower than what I was in Norway, actually. So, second fastest, but fastest time in Australia I've ever done. So, super happy with that.
What does it mean to have a stadium full of people cheering you on, to have your fiance, your little unborn baby? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's so good coming out, being able to spot some familiar faces up in the crowd, and it's a massive crowd here tonight, so makes it a whole lot easier for me to do my job when there's so much support in the stands.
Now, you've changed things up a little bit. Tell us about this new improved Kyle. It was a PB in the 50. You're right on your best in that 100. Tell us about the process coming into this race.
Honestly, it's just trusting what I've been doing in training and listening to what my coaches are telling me to do, trusting that we've done the work and everything we've been doing is to swim a personal best time, and was very close tonight, but it's so good to see Flinny back swimming very close to his best time, and I hope we're able to do something really special in the relay together very soon.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Flynn. Flynn, congratulations, massive effort, an individual spot.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I just want to thank the crowd for coming out. It was really brought us home. Yeah, super happy. I got my coach Chris there, and Kyle and my whole support team. They've really got me through the past couple of years. It's been tough, being a really good age grouper and then coming through, transitioning. Hasn't been easy, but it's worth the journey. And it's all about the ups and downs and who you become along the way. So I'm stoked to be back.
Now, you've changed up your training a little bit. You used to have more of a focus on the 200. What's changed? Because that was an incredibly fast 100, but you also swum so well in the 200.
Well, I stopped thinking that I'm a 100 or 200 swimmer. I just started thinking of myself as a sprint freestyler, and the work we've done has proved that.
Now, Kyle, I'm going to end with you. We just want to wish you and Ingy and the little baby on the way all the best. Just tell us, give us a little glimpse into farm life. You've moved into farm life. It was reptiles, now it's farm. Give us a taste of what that's like.
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, I get to come to the pool for a couple hours in the morning, and then we get to go home and spend time on the farm and, yeah, I guess patting the cow and feeding the sheep and just enjoying life like I'm in a really great spot. So I'm excited to get back up to the farm tonight, and wake up in my own bed tomorrow morning and do some farm work before racing the 50 butterfly on Saturday.
Well, sheep got to be fed. Congratulations, boys, on the plane to Singapore.
And she has a real chance to do a cracking 800 tonight, and I truly hope she takes the confidence from the 200 and the 400 and takes that into her 800 tonight. I would expect her to take it out hard and try and hold on.
And during the race, you're going to be catching up with your old coach, Dean Boxall, as well. You're going to interview him.
Geez, I hope he takes it seriously. I'll be asking him some proper race questions.
Looking forward to it. Must watch TV right here on Nine's Whitewater Sports as we head it back to Matthew.
Take your marks.
Lani made a good start. She's by quite a margin the fastest swimmer in the race at this distance, so we expect her to continue on her excellent form. The qualifying time, 8:34.62. So the line, the elusive blue line, is important when you think about who else can potentially qualify for an individual swim.
Starter held them quite long on the start, which has happened a few times throughout this meet. And while it didn't rattle Lani, Maddie Goff, it certainly did. And we see that, as I said, Maddie is targeting the 1500 later in the week as well. But it's really cost her just to be off the pace so early. So keeping an eye on Jamie Perkins. She's the one that really should push Lani the whole way. But Lani is going to have to swim her own race as much as she can. We saw it in the 400 as well, where she really needs to set the pace, stay on pace, and make sure that she doesn't switch off at any point in time if she is too far ahead.
So I'm considering what that Australian record that we kind of mentioned. Lani may be in for a chance here. She's out at about the same speed in that first 100 metres as what Arnie did when Arnie set it. Of course, they're two different athletes. We've obviously seen the shorter races for Lani Pallister, the 200 and the 400, being so quick at this meet. It's whether or not she's been able to put in the kind of workload which we expect that she has for the distance events. Usually what happens at trials like this, you'll be faster in the distance or closer to your times, and you need to sharpen up before the larger competition, the World Championships that are coming up. And that's why I'm excited, that indicator.
Well, this is exciting. Let's go to Arnie, who's poolside with a special guest.
I am with a very special guest. Dean, you've got 4 athletes in the final tonight. You tend to give instructions in packs.
159.6.
What was the instruction for the 4 girls tonight?
Well, there are 4 different girls. Lani's in great form at the moment, as you said in the interview before, that she's got good speed, so 154.8. We're sending her out. At the moment, she's under what I expected, so she's moving around. Jamie's having a go. Jamie, at the moment, the 800, she's missed it for the last couple of years. She's really nervous about it, so we're trying to do double distance with racing with her to get confidence, so she's in good form. JDM is moving really nicely, and Amelia Webber doesn't like this event, but she's got it. Like you never liked it.
Lani's had an incredible week. You've been with her for a couple of months. Why do you think you've seen this shift in her speed?
Well, you know, our program, Arnie, like we make sure that we cover all bases. She's come in and given a lot of belief, right? She's a girl that has shown that she's got a great work ethic, and we're just trying to topple her with speed at the moment. And there's just a couple of things we've done technically with her, and it's shown at the moment. Like, she's moving really well, really well. We can get her out about a 4:03. If she's here in about a 3:01, perfect. So we're moving well. We're moving well. Oh, really well. You should be in this race.
and Dean, you've coached some distance athletes in your time.
Yes, you.
What makes the 800 freestyle so tough?
Well, you guys are the ones that have to stay in late, right? Other ones are going home, the sprinters, you know, showboating around. Now, you guys are ones that work. You guys work. You basically finish training, you get out, you've got to get on the bike, you're adding more aerobic work, you're doing everything right. You guys are the workhorses of the swimming program. Yeah, have a look at Sam, have a look at Elijah, you, Lani, unbelievable. And this is a tough race. You know, this is one of the toughest races out there because it burns. It burns at around about the 600-metre mark. For those guys at home, I'll make it a little bit visceral. It'd be like, you know, a 3K run, and you're just trying to max out, and your threshold's going with your heart rate's coming out of your mouth, and all of a sudden, you get someone giving you a deep tissue massage. It's burning, right? Then just add a magpie just coming at you, just hitting you at the top, and you just don't know what's going on. It's very challenging. But she's moving. 4-3. We are on. We are on.
We are on, we are on.
Stay on this one. This is going to be good because I need you to watch this because you're coming back, yeah?
Okay, Dean, we're talking about Lani right now. So she's out in
410. I need a 410.
So she's out in 4:03. What are your expectations for the second 400?
Now, if she can hold a 4.6 here, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. She's got a good finish now, Arnie. She's got a really good finish. You know that, right? And I just think that if she can hold now around about 101s, 102, we're on a good track.
On good track. Back to you, Tomo and Thorpe. I'm a little bit worried about my national record here.
Well, if Laurie Lawrence's interview after Duncan Armstrong won gold in '88 is the most famous swimming interview of all time, I think we've just got a contender. That was classic.
I mean,
classic.
Absolutely hilarious.
Love that. Love that. Couldn't stop laughing. Of course, we're coming into the 500-metre mark here with Lani. Looking at that time that she goes through in 5:05.35, Ariane Titmus has sensed what might happen here. Lani Pallister is actually ahead of what Ariane's split was at the 500-metre mark. And knowing in the background, the distance work that Lani Pallister usually can do, this could be an Australian record here. And I think Arnie's going to be happy about that because maybe Dean won't make her do the 800 anymore. That's what she's pitching at here.
I don't know about that, but Lani looks fabulous. And as we predicted, she's doing it all on her own, so maintaining that space, which means that she knows that she's feeling good in the water. Dean talked a little bit about a few of the technical things that they have changed in her stroke, and it's not as apparent in this 800, but in the 4 and the 2, we saw her go from that very much two-beat kick and legs trailing behind to kicking through the majority of the shorter distance races, which means she also knows she's got that as we head towards maybe the last 100, whether or not she starts bringing in the 6-beat kick again.
So I think this is where she will start to lift ever so slightly. Lani will bring in some of that. But what I'm seeing is the efficiency that's come in her stroke by creating speed. Also, a shout out to Lani's skills. There's been a big improvement there that she's made. That's happening in this race. In second place, of course, we go out a little bit.
Wow, look at the margin.
It's a big lead, isn't it? And, you know, right there, it's Jamie Perkins, who is about 15 metres behind.
But well under qualifying time.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Arnie?
She's just dropped back to 102s, but I think she's going to hold on here, knowing the training that she's done with Dean the past few months. She has an absolute genuine crack to get under that sub 8:10 mark, and I actually feel really happy for it. If my national record goes, it is what it is. She's a teammate now, and I would love to see her do it.
What an incredible swim this is. This is what Arnie normally does to opponents. Lani Palace is out by 25 metres.
There's the bell. We love the bell, and we just saw Lani with a few big kicks. Is she going to bring the legs in for this final 100? Stroke rate still there. You can see the fatigue slightly starting to set in. She's done an incredible job up until this point.
So Lani about to turn for the final time in the 800 freestyle.
Oh, that turn hurt. You just watch the legs stay on the wall just a beat too long. So the lactate is there. What has she got in this final 25?
She's digging deep here. She's really digging in. 8:12.29's Arnie's national record. Lani's digging right in for the fight. It's going to be close. A remarkable swim by Lani Pallister. Can she break the Australian record? She has! The fastest ever to do it in this country.
Incredible swim there. Lani Pallister breaking around Titmus's world Australian record. 8:12.29 was Arnie's time, and she's absolutely demolished it. 8 minutes 10.84. How exciting.
That's not only an Australian record, that's an all-comers record, and that all-comers record of 8:11.35 was by the great Katie Ledecky.
Explain the all-comers record to people not familiar, Jan.
Well, the all-comers record is for anyone that has come here and swum. So from any country, it's in Australia, from anywhere around the world. If you come to Australia and that's the time you swim, that's the fastest anyone has swum in Australia.
Fastest 800 freestyle ever swum on these shores. What about that?
Lani, you are the best Australian to have ever swum this event. How does that sound?
Gosh, I wanted that record for so long. I made my first team in this pool, and Arnie wasn't racing, so it's kind of bittersweet not having her in the pool at this moment. She's done so much for women swimming internationally, but also just everything she's done for Australian swimming. So I think I have a lot to thank her for with what she's done in inspiring me as an athlete, but also I guess I've been able to travel with her and watch how she conducts herself. So yeah, I'm really stoked. I would have liked to have just kept under 8:10, but I'm pretty keen to go and race out this summer. I said the other day I've only been with Dean and Mick and all of the staff at St. Peter's for between 8 and 10 weeks, so it'll be a big 3 years.
That it certainly will. Now, you have just set this pool on fire. It has been personal best after personal best and now an Australian record. Have you had a chance to reflect on the week? Because you're not done yet. You still have the 1500 to go, girl.
Yeah, I know, big week. I had a pretty average sleep last night after the 200, but I also think it's pretty important to recognise Jamie. That's a huge PB for her, and she'll have the 200 at World Champs. This year I won't be swimming it, so I'm pretty excited that I get to cheer on my teammates. obviously go and represent Australia and be part of that 4x2, but also just be able to sit back and watch their hard work show in the pool.
Have you done the calculation of how much racing you are going to be doing in Singapore if you qualify for the 1500?
So I think it ends up being 5.4K without the relays. So 5.6, 5.8, depending if they put me in a heat or not. But Dean and all the staff at St. Peter's have a plan for that. I'm sure they'll keep me aerobically fit for the next 5 weeks going into Singapore. But I'm just excited to go back and build on that. I think the sky's the limit. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in this cycle going into LA.
So just to put that in perspective, you are doing more kilometres of racing than Cameron McAvoy does in a week. That's pretty impressive. Congratulations, Lani. We cannot wait to watch you come and kill it in the 1500.